Welcome back out to Templestowe Reserve here in Templestowe for EFL Game Day. Second half action coming to you. It's Mitcham 7-4-46 leading Templestowe 1-5-11. All set for a start here in the second half. Ray, what do Templestowe need to do to get back into this one?
Well, I think they've got to start playing football to the conditions to suit. They've got to play some wet weather football. Just get back to the basics.
Ball up, pretty much a 0-0 draw as it has been most of the day. Mitcham get the first push forward there through Petrarca. They try to go up, so looking for Marrow. Can't quite find him on this occasion. Ball's held up. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Dockers.
Against Pym there.
And hasn't had a great day, Stephen Pym. Needs to find a bit of the ball in the second half. Darcy Irwin for the Dockers just holds up play. Short chip kick. Finds his target in Seppi, who plays on, gets it back to Irwin. Up centre wing. It's going to go very close to the boundary line. Too close, in fact. And out of bounds on the full. A free kick going the way of Mitcham. Short chip kick. Centre wing finds Josh Bell. Very ordinary haircut.
Boundary.
Looks like he's been attacked by a lawnmower. We'll cross boundary side shortly thanks to Akira Urgent Care. As we go up towards half forward in the Pignataro direction. He can't take the mark. We're spilled at the back of the pack. Now we'll cross boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Tim Morgan.
Yeah, Jaden Hogle just preparing to come back on the ground. He's served his yellow card and he's ready to come back.
Served his time.
Going to be a very important player in the second half. Ball thrown in. Thanks very much, Tim. And thanks very much to Akira Urgent Care. The ball's just tucked inside the Mitcham forward line at the moment. Trying to work it out as Grant Campbell just trying to push a few of these supporters out of the way just so I can get a good view of the game. Good punch across the back from Andrietta. Nice. And now a chance for Mitcham as they go forward, but it slips right across the left-hand side. Hits the post and through for one behind. 7-5-46 Mitcham. Templestowe 1-5-11 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Had one extra the whole way there across their own half-forward line, which is crazy. Mitcham Football Club. Aaron Miller was by himself for a long time.
So it'll be Tempe to bring the ball back in. Looks like
Seppi.
The direction of the kick's going to go to centre-half back. It's the pack forms. It's a good kick there by Seppi out towards the Quinn direction. He had two players to beat though as Purcell came charging through, got a little handball away. Great hard tackle there by Lipari, bringing his opponent to ground in Andrietta, and we'll have a bounce right in front of the broadcast position here. Hope you're enjoying it today. Big fly over the back there by Higginson, got the knockdown. That was okay. Petrarca on the right boot, snapped it up towards the forward pocket and through for one behind. It never looked like it was going through off the boot, so minor score is the result. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, Mitcham, they edge forward even further, don't they? 7 goals, 6-48, plays 1 goal, 5-11.
Just waiting for the ball to be returned. Now it is. Now a chance for Templestowe to clear out a half back. They do so now. 60-metre bomb. Bit of a congested situation. Good work from Glossop. Gets his handball off to Whitnish. Now they go forward. Kick wasn't great. And seen over the boundary line, out of bounds. So just, look, I mean, at the moment it's all been Mitcham so far in this first couple of minutes. Templestowe really need to get the ascendancy back and fast before they let this one get out of hand. Just say Purcell in the ruck for the Mitcham Tigers, a bit of size. Pym, it's the first time he's been below his knees all day. Purcell gets the kick inside forward 50, couldn't find his target. Chance to regroup, my man Wilson. He'll be the first to meet this one, picks it up and now kicks up towards centre wing. Looking for his option, he's got Wadsworth there, leading in the race for it. Great work from Joshy Bell.
No, very fast.
Scott Homewood said pace was the key for Josh Bell. His kick let him down though on that occasion. Still a chance for Mitcham to regroup though. Kick wasn't flashed, as we're going to see for most of this second half. They just need to reassess and can't quite do so. Now a chance to regroup for Templestowe as they go forward. Good work from Mariani of the Anthony variety. Chance now for Ryan Bain under a lot of pressure. He was held up, gives up the ball. Good work to pick up there was Lipari. He's held up. 60 from home. Mitcham just calling for holding the ball. Got to blow the whistle eventually, umpire. Does so. We'll cross boundary side thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Yeah, just as Tim and I are walking over at half-time, the ground's still nice and hard. It is really wet but not muddy or sloshy. Thanks
very much, Georgina. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care. As Templestowe try and clear out of the ruck contest. Can't quite do so. Wadsworth picks up, gives it away. Now a chance to regroup. Mitcham have got all the numbers in front of the ball, but there's a free kick being paid.
Downfield.
And downfield. It'll go the way of Mitcham. And
it's going to go downfield, I think, from where a handball went out to the clearance.
Yep.
It was a free kick against. It was a free kick against Ryan Bain after the Mitcham guy took off with the ball.
So Hogle gave to Petrarca. Now they're under a little bit of pressure out this side with Taylor. He got met by 2 Dockers.
Right now, as it stands, Mitcham will be happy every single time there's a stoppage because
Absolutely.
they are dominating the clearances. Ryan Bain's just gone into the middle of the ground. He's a clearance specialist. Hopefully for Templestowe, for their sake, he can get something going their way.
They need to find something pretty quickly. Great work from Robert Charker. Just ducked into a tackle beautifully. Won the free kick.
He's been playing well.
Just biggest quads in the competition. And
Well, Matty Mariani gave him a good run for his money.
hardly fitting into those shorts is Matty Mariani. Goes up towards full forward. Couldn't take the mark there was Andrietta. Templestowe chance to regroup now and clear off half-back.
And now the Dockers get the chance as they run through the middle of the ground through Seppi on the left boot up towards the Grasser direction. He's a long way out from goal. He has to be cued in disposal, and he is. He finds Anthony Mariani coming across the half-forward line and taking it about 55 metres out from goal. Distance will trouble him from this stage. You would expect. He's screaming for teammates to make the lead. The short passes on towards Grasser again. He was able to scoop it up. He went back to go on the right boot. He got away with it just in time. Mitcham able to mop up. Kick was very skew off the boot, but it might end favourably for him here. The Tigers, as they make their way up towards the wing position. Now the kick goes inside forward 50. Who's going to be the one to go after this? And good mark taken by Pignataro. He just waited underneath the ball perfectly, used his body magnificently at the right time and takes the mark as he shoots for his 4th goal.
His kick 3, he probably wouldn't have had many more than maybe 5 or 6 kicks full stop, but there's no doubt he's the most influential player on the ground at the moment. He busted the game open in the second quarter and is looking to put through a pretty important goal, first one of the third quarter here.
Well, you can see it on the screen. We're right behind him as he shoots on goalwood and pushes it to the right-hand side. So minor score is the result. That is their 7th, 7-7-49 Mitcham. Templestowe 1-5-11 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
This man's putting his hand up for the Trojan workhorse. Darcy Irwin's been fantastic so far, Seymour.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's doing all the little things that you don't really notice. Won't have a massive one on the stat sheet at the moment, but he really is doing the 1%ers.
Kicks to himself, plays on, clears about 70 metres with the kick up towards trying to find a target. Couldn't quite do so in Quinn on that occasion.
Good tackle.
Mitcham a chance to regroup once again, held up. And there'll be a free kick going the way of Mitcham.
Really?
And that's an interesting one. Lee Warren
Strange.
plays on up to inside forward 50, looking for Marrow. Was probably outside, but managed just to get it off the bottom of the pack. Lucas Marrow, can he send this one home? It's crossed to the right-hand side and through for one behind. So another point on the board for the Templestowe Mitcham Football Club. 7-8-50, Templestowe 1-5-11. Choose tap match stats, Grant Campbell.
Hit at 7-0 in favour of Mitcham. Clearances 5-1 in favour of Mitcham, and inside 50 6-1 in their favour.
Irwin goes short to Jackson, who eventually takes off, put himself under a little bit of pressure, got the handball back to Irwin, who switched it into the middle of the ground. That was a good kick too, because Prestigiacomo's taken it. He goes straight down the middle of the ground up towards the Grasser direction. The kick was absolute shank. Mitcham have the numbers out wide. This is Andrietta, takes the mark. No one's on the mark, so he can take off, kick up towards the half-forward line. It was a beautiful looking kick too, and coming out and taking a strong mark was Jack Purcell, who's presented well all day. Now he kicks it to the hot spot. Big fly over the back there by Marrow. Couldn't quite pull the ball to ground. Pim was lurking in the distance. Mike received the handball now. The big fella snap around the body. Which way's this ball going to go? Has it got the legs? Going to the top of the goal square once again, using his body. Johnny Pignataro magnificently on the goal line. He might be called off here. The umpire said no. Go back over your mark, Johnny, and have a proper shot on goal. He'll be on a very acute angle. As he swings around now on the left boot. He's a clever footballer, isn't he? He slams through his 4th goal of the afternoon. He's the only major goal kicker on the park at this stage, and Mitcham just go on and on with this match, Ray Baird.
Yeah, look, Johnny Pignataro, he's such a strong man. He just holds his ground and just forces his opponent out of the contest, and he's been rewarded with 4 goals.
I said before the game, Seymour, that whoever lost this game, it wasn't really much of a negative, but Templestowe need to show something fast.
Yeah, look, it's more the way that things are happening at the moment. Templestowe aren't really getting near Mitcham.
Look, I feel that Templestowe, though, they haven't changed their style of play in this quarter. I thought that at halftime they had to do something, but they've come out with the same sort of stuff.
Ball up in the middle once again, and another free kick paid out of the middle. And it'll go the way of Vankertroff.
Yeah, look, Templestowe, they should have learned from Mitcham's lesson in that second quarter. You've got to kick the ball long, but they've been short passing, crisscrossing the ground with short passes, and it's not going to win them the game.
So a chance now for Templestowe to just put something on the board. There's Jamie Vankerchoff, who'll, I think the man on the mark stands about 50 out. Had a shot from here earlier on in the day, couldn't quite hit that one. Decides to go long out to a wide target in Wilson, finds him. My man Jesse Wilson, 50 out of side.
You got to Man crush.
Short chip kick, couldn't quite find its target. Ball very close to the boundary line. It's seen over the boundary line, out of bounds. We'll cross boundary side. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care. Tim Morgan.
Yeah, we're very, very happy down here. The sun is starting to peer it out. We've put the umbrella away. Not going to go too early because we're just hoping it stays up to three-quarter time. As me and Georgina looked at each other and went, we don't want to go to separate huddles with only one umbrella. But at the moment, it's going all right down here. The rain seems to have cleared.
Under one umbrella, having a cuddle.
It's risky going the early crow, particularly when you've got to be stuck out there for the rest of the afternoon, Tim. But we'll check back with you later on the afternoon as both sides trying to work something now. Templestowe have a chance, but it's held up, out of side.
Had a real chance before with Van Kerkhoff, who was 50 out straight in front.
No, it was too far out for him to score.
Decided to kick it wide, the same distance out to Jesse Wilson. I thought it was a pretty redundant kick.
But BWS, even if he is too far out, you put the ball in the goal square and put pressure on the defenders. You don't go out to the half-forward flank.
The kick wasn't the way it kicked the way that he wanted it to. He wanted Wilson to be able to run onto it and be able to kick from 35. Yeah. So it just didn't pay off.
I don't agree with you for once in my life. But
no, you can't even see that far out.
It's all right.
Things getting a little bit heated in the EFL Game Day commentary box here at Templestowe Reserve, where it is Templestowe leading 8-8-56. Mitcham leading 8-8-56. Templestowe at 1-5-11 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. While we've got a bit of a lull in play, some of the Tuesday match stats. Grant Campbell.
Mitcham lead the inside 50s 7-2, and they lead the contested possessions 18-10.
Yeah, well, all the stats are showing one-way traffic for the Tigers at the moment. Still trying to work something. Good work there from Matty Bain in and under. Couldn't quite make the most of it though. Ball's held up. We've got to just get something moving at the moment. It's you said it, Seymour, that it was going to get caught and trapped in that corner of the ground. It's doing exactly that at the moment. As we try and work it out once again, Mitcham a chance to get the clearance, can't quite do so. Matty Bain was tackled high, and now we've got a chance to get a bit of a clean possession away.
The umpire was ready to pay one there just to clear the congestion. So hovering like a vulture a couple of times, but something finally came.
So Matthew Bain, the vice-captain of the Templestowe Football Club, man on the mark, stands 45.
He's too far out.
Pretty much a 45-degree angle. He's not going to listen to that, is Matty Bain. He's going to back himself here. This just needs something for the Templestowe Football Club at the moment. I tell you what, won't this get the faithful up and about? Comes in, sends it on the right boot, top of the goal square. Can they find something? Doncaster. No, it's tapped through. Great work there by...
Doncaster.
Sorry.
Same shy, same cancel.
Anyway, 1-6-12 Templestowe, 8-8-56, Mitcham on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
He is the media manager. He can say what he wants, boys, so don't question it.
Sucking up to the boss as always, Ray Baird. As the ball's in the back pocket now for Mitcham. Looking to get it out of that danger zone, but smother off the man on the mark as Mariani of the Matthew variety sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds. Boundary throw in about 25 metres out from the Docker goals.
That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say Dockers.
It's the umpire to bring it back in now. Rain has eased out here at Templestowe as he throws the ball back in. Vanderweel over the back, got a good fist on that one. Templestowe players screaming for deliberate out of the bounds. The umpire will not have a bar of that and will have a boundary throw in right next to the right behind post, Porter Street end.
It's been stuck down there for some time now.
Just to be able to scramble something out of there. Melder got the front spot, got the little knock on. That was okay. Straight into the arms of Taylor. He was dispossessed. Mariani tried to break about 5 tackles and he was eventually off, but stepped over the boundary line and out of bounds. As we cross to Will Taylor with some important around the ground scores, Wilbur.
Yeah, Division 4, French Gallia leading Coldstream by 38 points. Coldstream only 2 behinds to half-time. Forest Hill and up by 18 points over Kilsyth. Park Cautious by 46 over Surrey Park and Sylvan by 33 over Eastern Lions.
Behind on the board to Templestowe, they have rushed one. They are 1-7-13, trailing 8-8-56 as the handball by Andreetta went straight into the arms of Bain, who kicked it to the top of the goal square again. Anthony Mariani giving away a free kick at the last line of defence. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or serious then, Dyson Baker, as the kick goes
fell straight into his back
out towards the Miller direction in the long sleeves. Taped up early in the game on the right boot. Short passes on to Searle, who by his standards has been
very quiet.
Relatively quiet today. David Searle as he chips it over the top. Adam Bolterate, who after getting a lot of the After getting a lot of the football in the first half, he's changed the sleeves to the short ones, and he's just received a 25-metre penalty as Daniel Jackson tried to a little bit of argy-bargy on his way down, so umpires will have none of that undisciplinary action. The short pass is on, that's good. Mark has been taken out there by Petrarca. On the right boot, set sail to the top of the goal square. Who's going to be the flyer at the back of the pack going there? Through there is Wilson. Eventually dived on the football, tried to scoot it out. He had support in there in jeans. The umpire said, give it to me, boys. We'll have a bounce. 20 metres out from the Mitcham goal line. Will Taylor, Division 3.
Yeah, Glen Waverley, Hawks and Upper Galley all tied at 23. Mitcham in the radio game, of course, at halftime was by 35 points. Mitcham in front. The Basin by 32 over South Belgrave. One turn South by 34 over Churnside Park. And Baronia by 36 over Whitehorse.
Well, it's a hot football about 20 metres out from the Mitcham goals as the handball scoots out wide. They might be able to eventually get a shot on here. There's about 20 plus players inside this forward 50 as Bolterate goes over the top there of Cressa Giacomo. The umpire said it wasn't crude, it was okay, and we'll have a bounce.
Just looking at Lucas Marrow, looks to be holding his ribs or his right arm. We'll get our Akira Ejike boundary riders onto that one.
Higher, 50 metres out from Mitcham goals. Harris knocked it down, charging through was Bell, ripped apart there by Petrarca on the left boot, snaps it around the body inside forward 50. The Flyers are up at the fall, the ball Searle fended off one, got the little handball over the top. Oh, free kick from about 20 metres out from goal to the Mitcham side. Jaden Hogle will be the the recipient, and surely will put through their 9th major of the afternoon.
This will be, if he puts this through, this will be Mitcham's 4th goal, the direct result of a set shot from a free kick. So undisciplined from the Templestowe Football Club. That one's a little bit clumsy more than anything. But I think it's been Mitcham's ability this quarter to hold on to the footy and really string together a chain of possessions with kicks and marks. They've been fantastic and haven't let Templestowe even try and get back into the game.
Jaden Hogle leans over the ball and kicks it straight over the goal umpire's head. That's his first of the afternoon. That is Mitcham's 9th on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. They move to 9-8-62. They are thumping Templestowe at this stage, Ray Baird, who are 1-7-13. They haven't kicked a goal for a very long time.
Yeah, look, in this quarter, Templestowe, they've had the ball a lot down on their forward line, but every time Mitcham get it up here, they have the ability to score. But look, just on our boundary riders, guys, they've thrown the umbrella away and they're fighting over the sunglasses now over there.
It's Melbourne weather at its best, as Will Taylor tells us what's happening in Division 2.
Yeah, Croydon lead Mooroolbark by 12 points. Doncaster East by 6 over Mulgrave. Doncaster lead North Freeman by 12 points. And Waverley Blues are leading East Bell by 11.
Not a database zone supporter Hawthorn having it all their own way out at the MCG. As Mitcham get the clearance once again, Bolterate. He's ditched the long sleeves at half-time and clears out to the outer side. Kick wasn't flash, finds on that occasion it was Vanderweel, who goes inside forward 50 looking for the pick, Simon Grasser. Can't take the mark. It's been a dirty day for him since he kicked that first one. Chance to clear out to the outer side, finds Taylor. Taylor just assesses his options, decides to go short. Kick wasn't great, but it found Jenkinson. They're still working up the ground. Couldn't quite find the target, and so went right in front of our commentary position. Great work from Rob Petrarca. He's another one putting his hand up for the Trojan workhorse.
Yeah, he's tough as nails. He's a big boy and he uses his size to perfect advantage. And really puts his stamp on every contest that he gets near, no doubt about that.
So a boundary thrown right in front of our commentary position. Here at Templestowe Reserve, the Dockers need to find something fast. Petrarca leads it out for Mitcham. Gets his kick inside forward 50. Looking in the Pignataro direction. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ball spills to the bottom of the pack. Still sitting on that Pignataro. Trying to get it away. Now Templestowe a chance to clear. They'll get it to a free kick. Division 1 scores, Will Taylor.
Yeah, well, East Ringwood lead Bourne by 11 points. Knox are leading Noah Park by 14 points. Norwood are leading Montrose by 25. And Blackburn are leading Vermont by 16. If you're out at scores to be South Croydon, Warrandyte or Ringwood, can you please don't send through the scores by Twitter or live scores.
Thanks very much, Will Taylor, as Whitnish goes inside forward 50. Up towards half forward, but a nice mark taken out in front by Stevens as across boundary side, thanks to Akira Ejike.
Yeah, you did, guys. Just wanted an update on Lucas Marrow. He came to the bench and the trainer was just filling out his ribs, but he's about to go back on the ground now.
Good to see as they need another. He's looked pretty lively down forward. They try to go forward. Kick wasn't flash, and now a chance to regroup. Good work getting the kick away. Lipari into the centre of the ground, but it can't quite find its target. Bolterate's got a paddock to work with once he picks this one up on centre wing. As he tries to go forward, we're ticking the time on in this third term. Gets his handball away to Bell. Bell will put on the afterburners, gets it inside forward 50. They need a target here. Can't quite find it on this occasion. Templestowe a chance to clear through Alistair Quinn.
So Quinn goes out wide. Mark's been taken by Bain, the skipper. Short passes on, that was an absolute shank. Mitcham might get a shot on goal here as the kick goes forward and touched on the line. In fact, maybe even marked it was by Hogle of the Chris variety. Point blank range it is, so surely the 10th goal for the Mitcham Football Club, and they will reach double figures. So 1 goal only to Templestowe. It was very early in the game. Mitcham have had all the answers all afternoon. Hogle wants to get amongst it. Hogle does. He's kicked 2 for the afternoon, and he's kicked the 10th for the Mitcham Football Club. This game is done and dusted. The fat lady has already sung, Paul Semasides.
I think she's just getting out of the car, BWS. Yes, she's just warming up the vocals.
That might take a while.
I don't think exactly. I don't think she's going to belt one out just quite yet. Just want to ask you the question, Raymond. 10 goals to Mitcham. I actually think the Templestowe backline has held up quite well, and most of the damage has come from the way the ease in which the footy has actually entered the Mitcham forward 50, which has to fall back on the midfielders.
You're dead right, Paul. Look, the Templestowe midfielders, their work effort today has not been satisfactory. They've got to lift across the midfield.
Once again, ball back in the middle of the ground. Bit of a 0-0 contest. It's been great in the ruck so far. Unfortunately, that's where after that Templestowe have been let down as they try and go forward once again. Templestowe, good work from Jackson Irwin off the back of the pack. Finds his target in Lipari.
He's been good, Lipari.
He has been fantastic.
Sets it across, looking for Stevens. Finds him now on the outer side of the ground.
Now this is where they fall down, boys, from here.
Short chip kick. Finds Ryan Bain, the skipper of the Templestowe Dockers. Again, another chip. Wasn't great. And manages to find its target, though, in Wadsworth as they stream forward on that occasion. It was Vankachoff, who looks to go inside forward 50, looking in the pig Simon Grasser direction. And a great mark taken on a quiet day. And Simon Grasser can go back and put his second on the board.
Have a look at the build-up there, Ray. You said that Templestowe, that's where they fall down, and that is exactly right. Alex Wadsworth was good enough to get on the end of it there and send it forward. He's been playing the role of centre-half forward today, and that's the first time he's really had an impact.
Yeah, look,
Simon Grasser, the only goal kicker for Templestowe so far, comes in, puts his second on the board, makes no mistake with that one, and moves the Dockers along to 2-7-19. They trail Mitcham 10-8-68 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Look, I agree with you, Paul. Alex Wadsworth, he's played at a higher division. He should be putting a bit more effort and putting a bit more of his mark on the game. Yep. You're dead right. He's a big unit. He can take a mark. He can kick the ball long. That was one of his traits when he was at Mirrabah. You're kicking the ball long, but today we just haven't seen that.
It's almost a case for Rick Irwin to think about moving the big fella Alistair Quinn out of the ruck, put Prestigiacomo back in there, who's physical and I think is good enough at this stage, and really get Quinn to take some marks almost up on the wing and centre-half forward, almost Nick Rewald style, and that's probably the only thing at the moment that I can see really getting Templestowe back into this game.
So just waiting for the ball to be returned once again. Perhaps they can ask the Manningham Council for some nets behind
there
those.
There is a net behind the goal there.
Can't you see down that far, BWS?
I did thought something rebounded earlier today, but I tell you what, the nets can't be too high because you only really just poke that through.
They're as high as the goalpost.
There might be a few holes in it. Maybe that's the case.
A few holes in you, I think.
Waverley at three-quarter time, 6-10-46, leading East Burwood 6-3-39 in a close contest.
Bain straight out of the middle. Can the Dockers get 2 in a row in quick succession up towards the other Bain direction? Going after the football there was Taylor. Tried to get Butcher ball on hands and knees there. He's lodged for the Templestowe side, trying to get up out of that tackle as the umpire comes in and says, give it to me, boys, we'll have a bounce.
That is one of the very few times I can remember a clear Templestowe centre clearance for the whole day.
Yeah, you're right.
Higher, throws the ball up now, straight through the arms of Matt Mariani. Bain went after it again. Over the top is Vanderweel, and the umpire will come in and bounce it.
All one-way traffic for the Bloods, 10-10-70 leading the Titans 2-3-15.
Enjoying their times back at Warrandyte Reserve for their first home game of the season. Is Warrandyte enjoying season 2014 flat out as the kick the handball went out wide. No one could quite win disposal. Lodge came in. He was dispossessed of the football, got a little knock on. Bain came in, may have given away a free kick for in the back. The umpire said that's exactly what it was as McEwen receives a free and takes off, boots it on the left boot up towards the half forward line over the boundary line. It goes. So I hope you've been enjoying the broadcast today. Not the greatest of games to call and for that excitement factor, but if you're a Mitcham fan, you'll be enjoying every minute of it as the ball went straight through the arms of Whitnish. Templestowe won the reprieve. Kick goes up inside forward 50 and a good dive to knock away the spoils from Aaron Miller over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Grasso with 2 to beat again. He's had to deal with that all day. They've done fantastically working as a team. The Mitcham defence not giving him one out at all.
So umpire to bring the ball back in. Looking to finish off this third quarter on a high is Templestowe and keep slight hopes alive. Matthew Bain sees it over.
Saw Mitcham kick 8 goals to none here one day against Templestowe in the last quarter to overrun the Dockers, so never say never, BWS.
I'm saying that
He's saying never.
There ain't a fat rat's chance of that happening, Seymour, as the umpire throws it in. Lodge, who's been lively in the last couple of moments or so, gets boot to ball, but only as far as Lee Warren. Good left foot kick, but elects to go for the handball this time as they switch the ball across the defensive goal line. Johnson takes the mark. Might go back into the middle here. They're mucking around with it, Mitcham, and the ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. Dyson Baker, some more around the ground scores.
For more reports, Knox up by a point against Noble Park at 3-quarter time. 8-point lead to Blackburn over Vermont and a 7-point lead to Croydon over Mooroolbark.
Well, Ray Baird just given the old high tens, hearing that score about the Knox Football Club. I don't think that's too fair on Noble Park, but nonetheless, as the ball comes out towards Bolterate, got the handball away. Kick goes up towards centre half forward, and the mark has been taken there by Jeans. Got the handball away. Now Templestowe, another chance to go inside forward 50. Nicely done there by Prestigiacomo to get the little handball away. Templestowe shot on goal by Lodge. Well, I said he's had a purple patch over the last few minutes, and he's managed to put a goal on the board. Great score there by the Templestowe Football Club. That's their 3rd goal of the afternoon. Their 2nd goal kicker for the day. Lodge gets his first.
Look at him really get around him, fellas. Fantastic story. Billy Lodge was part of their 2012 Under-19s Premiership side on senior debut today. He would love that. Just probably the start of a pretty long senior career in the Eastern Football League, I feel. He's a fantastic young player.
Look, the last 3 or 4 minutes, Templestowe, look, you can't doubt their endeavour. They've had a lot of the ball in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and they've kicked the goal or so. So, look, they could get back into it.
Confirmation on that Knox score, 6-5-41 lead Noble Park, 5-10-40 at 3-quarter time. What a cracking game out there at Knox Gardens Reserve. Back in the middle here at Templestowe Reserve. That's a nice lead still to Mitcham on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard as we cross 27 minutes in this 3rd term here on AFL Game Day. Make sure you tweet us here at Footy AFL or Eastern Football League on Facebook. Ball thrown up once again in the middle of the ground, and there's the 3-quarter time siren. And Mitcham still holding a handy lead at 3-quarter time, having it all their own way. Mitcham 10-8-68, leading Templestowe 3-7-25 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. We'll be back with the final term and more here on AFL Game Day.
Had an accident on the field? Head straight to Ikira Urgent Care for immediate medical treatment, and you won't have to wait. For a maximum